Hey everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul, and I just thought what I would do is record and share with you a little bit about how I go about pulling papers to match my kits that I print off for my journals. And it's actually one of my favorite parts to the process, and I don't know if it's because it reminds me of when I used to make quilts and I would go and pull the fabrics, and I had a lot of fun pulling fabrics off the shelf and putting them together with other fabrics and seeing how they were gonna look together. So in my quest for trying to use up a lot of my paper pads, and I am using them up. This one, y'all, is by Kirby Teasdale Studio. This is probably a very familiar one. It's been out for a long time now. And you can see I'm getting worked my way through it as I've made journals. So what I do, I'm going to show you some of the stacks of papers that I am working through, and some may still be available, some may not. I think this one is still available. I believe I got it, this one I got at Michael's. It's a Recollections, and that's got a lot of pretty soft pinks and yellows and teals, and I really love that one. That's a nice go-to, and it's got soft patterns, you know. Here's one. It's still pretty full, but it is My Mind's Eye. It also has some nice vintagey soft patterns as well. So I'll go through and flip through these. So this is what I end up doing. I'll pull these out, and then I start flipping after I've printed my kit out. And so then I get inspired by the colors in the kit, and I will just start pulling papers out. This one is an old one. I don't know if it's still out there. This is like 2009, but it's Totally Girl is what it's called, by Jen Wilson. And it's got a lot of nice vintage, soft, pretty colors. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. And then here's another one that's my go-to. You can see how ratty these are. This is Recollections Tattered and Worn, and it has maybe some more bolder colors, bolder patterns and stuff to it. So those are my go-tos. You can see I've been using them up a lot. I still have gobs to go, and so those are my main ones. I do have a lot of other ones too, but these are my main ones that I'm trying to really use up and are easy for me to use up with a lot of the kits, the journal digital kits that are out there. You don't have to use kits, but I know they're gorgeous, but and everything. But you can make a pretty journal with just papers, and coffee dye papers and a mix of papers, which many of you are doing. But what I'm doing was just talking about some of the kits out there. And today I printed out the Fern and Mushroom from Artie Mae's kit. I've got some other kits I'm going to show you in just a second. I tell you what, let me move these, because I'm going to be able to grab them when I can to show you what I've done. Okay, so there's a number of other kits that I've printed out that I actually haven't had a chance to make a journal out of yet. So what I thought I would do while I was doing up some papers, coffee dyeing my papers and baking them and ironed them, I thought I would just cut the camera on and show you a few that I already have selected my papers for the kits and everything, and just kind of show you how I go about doing that. So I've spread some of these little pages out that I've pulled, and they're already prepped and ironed and everything. And this is for the Fern and Mushroom kit. And what I will basically do is, once I print them, I just kind of I'll lay them out on my table, where I can see little bits in color. So I might take, let's see, I might do, I want to get a little of that purple in there. And so what I'll do is I'll just start pulling pages out of my paper stacks, and I'll just hold these pages up to it. I'll lay it out like I have it, where you can see a little bit of color from each page, and I'll just kind of look at it and see if I like the look of it. and how these pages are blending. For an example, this dark mushroom here is really gonna look super nice it'd look great with that green. It would look great with this brown. So you see where I'm going with that. So that's basically what I do is I start layering it out. There's some yellow there, so I pulled some paper that had like a little golden green yellow in it. And like I said, there was this purple, so that I kind of had to have a little bit of purple there. This little maroon color, this is one of the kind of pages that you might have in your kit, and you're kind of like in your paper stack, and you're thinking, well, I don't know, what would I do with that color? But when I was flipping through this kit, there was, you know, that purple, there's like a little violety purple in there, and honestly, that would really, you know, be pretty as an opposing page, you know, for pattern paper. And then there's some other colors in here too. So that's kind of what I do. It's just fun to sit down and get inspired with the kits, and then pull papers out that you feel like are going to complement your kit. Here's a real pretty one here, and it's a stripe, and it's got some greens and maroons and purples in it and everything, and that too would be very pretty with this kit. So I usually pull anywhere from like 6 to 8 pages of my papers, my 12 by 12 papers, and then I will coffee dye them as well when I'm like coffee dyeing my regular coffee papers. So this one I think I had 8. So that one is these are the papers I'm going to use for my fern and mushroom kit. So let me show you. This is one this is an older one that I've already made a journal with this kit a long time ago, a while back, and it's the Dragonfly Dreams. Is that what it is? Dragonfly. It's the Dragonfly kit from Artie Mays, and it's just so pretty. But I've already made one. But what I was doing is just went on and printed more pages out at the time that I was printing this kit out, so that I could have another journal ready to go when I was ready. Okay, that's not. So let me pull the pages out, and I'll kind of overlay these, and you can kind of get an idea of where I was going. This one, it is like, it's a different color palette from the one that I had initially made, so I used a different, you know, set of colors to work with this kit. So I'm just going to lay a few things out. So that blue picks up the blue with the dragonfly wing. The pinks pick up with that pink. That's nice and neutral. Goes good with this gray. Goes good with the kind of taupe color and the blues. See what's on the back of that. That's just real pretty and soft, and it's like it's got the little blue, it's got the little greens, it just kind of picks up everything, the pink, everything. That one is really pretty. That's a pretty golden, and this is like a golden yellow and green, and that's kind of like a mix between gold and green. And like I say, the gray picks up real pretty on that. So that's how I do that. So I really believe, and then I'll add my coffee dyed papers too. I keep hitting the camera, I'm very sorry. I'll add my coffee dyed papers as well, and I think that will be a really pretty palette for the Dragonfly kit. So I've got that one kind of in a folder set aside and ready to go. Let me show you. I've got TLC Creates Vintage, I believe. No, TLC Creates. Is that it? TLC Creates Vintage. I'm sorry, I should have had the names of these. Y'all probably recognize it. It's from Paulette's shop. And this is a fun TN size, and it's going to have the daisies. It's her daisy kit. I mean, my God. Okay, let me lay these out, and then I'll show you her kit. So what I did, I actually picked out 2 different sets. I want to make this one 2 of these. And so I picked up 2 different color palettes they're just a slightly different. So let me show you the first one. So I have like a pretty bluish, pretty dark blue there really. And then I've got a fun little teal aqua. And I've got a newsprint, which is upside down, but I don't think that matters to y'all. I'm just trying to get you to see the shadings of the colors that I have. That's a soft blue with some light yellow. There's that pretty rich floral on brown, gold on brown, and then a couple of shades of blues and light pretty green. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually picked out a little bit more there. And you know, as I go along and create, I may use all of them, or I might decide as I go along that I like the look of certain ones better. So you can see here, I think I've already printed these out to the point and layered them up to where I knew I'm going to sew them instead of printing them on both sides. What I'm doing is I'm going to sew the pages together. But anyway, you can just see how pretty that is with that particular picture there, or that particular digital page. And you can see the pretty blue, violet, light blue, pale lilac, and it's just so pretty with these blues. And then on the other side, that's just a soft muted. How gorgeous is that? Look at the rich brown. And then the little bit of gold, it just picks up. So the blues and the golds for that page, those two pages. Here is another, like, in her daisy kit. She's got a huge daisy here, and isn't that pretty? I mean, it's just going to be beautiful with these colors that I use with it. The purples or bluish color, and the purple too. Looks really pretty with the golden colors, and it's just gorgeous. There's one, another there, and it's real soft. It looks real pretty with that. The golden, of course, that color. So you see how I do? I just kind of layer them so I can see a little bit of all of my my pages in the kit, and all of my pages here. And what I'll do is take the pages in my kit and just kind of run it across it like that, and see if I like the feel of it, and I do, you know. So that's just kind of, here's another page. They just blend so well. Even that background there is just so pretty with that. Okay, here's another one I'm just going to show you. Look how pretty this is. It's like a teal, aqua, blue green, and it's really pretty with that. Isn't that gorgeous? But it's also pretty with all the others, you know, the golden, and there's another one over here. The blue for contrast is just gorgeous. Okay, so that's what I did. So that's one color palette that I have for that particular kit that I want to do. And then the other color palette I have is some of the same colors, but with a little different brightness. I've got them sideways. Anyway, again, it's not so much the detail on my pages as it is the color that I'm trying to convey that I have chosen. So you can see this has a little more brighter pops, like with that bright yellow and green. So I'll just show you again some of her pages in this kit. Look at that. And the purplies, pick up on that little violet purple there. So let's see, here's another. That one, look at that with that blue. The blue and the brown, and any of that pretty golden color there. Just really gorgeous. I hope I'm not going too fast. I think I just have one more to show you. I didn't want this video to be too long, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I do. And I just kind of run it along. This particular one has blues and lilacs, purples and stuff, and so it's just beautiful, you know, with these papers. And then, just do, there's that. So the purple is really being picked up with that piece of paper there, and then the pretty golden yellows, you know, and the tan there, that looks good with that. Isn't pretty? Really pretty with that blue one. Just gorgeous, real pretty. This one's real pretty with the teals and greens. because of the big flowers there, you see. Okay, so that's how I do that. Let me just show you one more. And that's all I was going to show you on this video. I was just going to kind of go through my little process on picking out papers to kind of get my color scheme. So let me do this like this. And my phone is ringing. Please forgive my phone. I'm not going to answer it. So here, that was like a scrap there. Okay, so this is kind of mostly tan, the blue. I've got that royal pretty blue again, and the teals. Black is what I tossed in on this because the kit that I'm using is Nectar's Creations, Letter to Rose, I believe is what this one's called. I printed this out a long time ago. So I'm just going to rest some of these pages over it, and you can kind of get an idea. Like, isn't that pretty? That blue. And this kit has a lot of pink in it, so I didn't add a piece of pink paper because I was going to let the kit pages actually be pull in that pink. But you can see that pretty teal blue there. The little brown of the envelope that works well with that. You can kind of see. Here's another pretty one. So with these pages, they just blend the colors. They've got green there, the teal or blue, teal and blue there. Here's a black typewriter. You know, so that's gonna look real pretty with the black paper there. It'll look pretty with this one because it's black. It's got a black pattern. So there she is, and see the background there is black on her, and so that's just, you know, striking looking. So I just, that's why I picked out these papers for this kit. So there's about, what, yeah, 6 of those. So like I say, I usually choose about 6 to 8 that I have, and I'll put them in a folder like this along with all the little cutouts. See, I've already started cutting a lot of the cutouts for this kit, and I've got them all in this folder together so that when I start working on that journal, they'll be all ready to go. So anyway, I just thought I'd share my little process with you. Just short and sweet little video. Hope everyone's having a great day, and we'll be talking to you later. Bye.